Vroom, vroom, vroom. That's me driving one insane military vehicle. Of course, in my mind, more like a computer game. But truth be told, there are really insane military vehicles that are being made today, and some of them have been very much around for a long time, with only a slight modification made. They do extremely amazing things you can't fathom in your mind. We all know that a military vehicle is any vehicle for land-based military transport and activity, including combat vehicles, either specifically designed for or significantly used by military and armed forces. Most military vehicles require off-road capabilities and/or vehicle armor plate, making them heavy. Some have vehicle tracks instead of being wheeled vehicles, and half-tracks have both. Some military vehicles are amphibious, constructed for use on land and water, and sometimes also intermediate surfaces. Military vehicles are almost always camouflaged in order to confuse the enemy or an unsuspecting civilian hostile who may have no idea what they're used for, let alone how to drive them. Here are some types of military vehicles in use today, including the most insane you can ever find. Let's begin the list. The Crusher. The Crusher is a 13,200-pound, 6,000-kilogram autonomous off-road unmanned ground combat vehicle, developed by researchers at the Carnegie Mellon University's National Robotics Engineering Center for DARPA. It's a follow-up on the Spinner vehicle. This robot can travel over rough terrain such as vertical walls more than 4 feet, 1.2 meters high, wooded slopes, and rocky creek beds. It can turn 180 degrees in place, raise and lower its suspension by 30 inches, 76 centimeters, more than one-half the 49.5 inches, 126 centimeter diameter of the wheels, and lean to the side. The Crusher can carry 8,000 pounds, 3,600 kilograms of combined armor and cargo. M104 Wolverine. Next is the M104 Wolverine, also known as Heavy Assault Bridge. The M104 Wolverine is the United States Armor Vehicle launch bridge vehicle designed to lay down a bridge in combat. Because the Wolverine is essentially an M142 SEP tank with Laguan bridge laying gear instead of a turret, it shares virtually all of the parent vehicle's speed, mobility, survivability, and automotive components. The Wolverine is operated by 2 crewmen who sit within the hull and both have access to the bridging controls, while the bridge is carried in 2 sections stacked above the hull. JBR Defense Systems Multiple Cradle Launcher. This is also called Johannem Launcher. It is an Emirati-made multiple rocket launcher unique to the United Arab Emirates Army. It has 240 tubes, making it the world's largest rocket artillery by tube count. Fennec. The Fennec, named after the fennec, a species of small desert fox, or LGS Fennec, with LGS being short for Light Armored Reconnaissance Vehicle, produced by the German company Krauss Maffei Wegmann and Dutch Defense Vehicle Systems. The Fennec has 4 wheels with selectable 2 or 4-wheel drive. It has a Deutz diesel engine producing 179 kilowatts, giving it a top speed of 115 kilometers per hour. The pressure can be regulated by the driver from inside the vehicle to suit terrain conditions. Caspian Sea Monster. And here is the most insane of them all, the Caspian Sea Monster. Its real name is the KM Korabi Maket. It was an experimental ground effect vehicle developed in the Soviet Union in the 1960s by the Central Hydrofoil Design Bureau. The KM began operation in 1966 and was continuously tested by the Soviet Navy until the 1980s, when it crashed into the Caspian Sea. The KM was the largest and heaviest aircraft in the world from 1966 to 1988, and its surprise discovery by the United States and the subsequent attempts to determine its purpose became a distinctive event of espionage during the Cold War. M3 Amphibious. The M3 Amphibious rig is a self-propelled amphibious bridging vehicle that is used for the projection of tanks and other vehicles. Originally developed by the German firm Eisenwerk Kaiserslautern (EWK) since 2002, acquired by General Dynamics European Land System, it succeeded the conceptually similar M2 made by the same company. Like its predecessor, the M3 traverses roads on its 4 wheels, deploying 2 large aluminum pontoons for buoyancy on water. In other words, the M3 is a self-deployable by road, operating as a 4x4 wheeled vehicle with a maximum road speed of 80 kilometers per hour before it's driven into the water for amphibious operations. Keeler Mine Flail. This is a mine-clearing vehicle developed by Rheinmetall in Germany to meet German Army requirements. It is a conversion of the M48 patent medium tank chassis in combination with a German MTU MB871 KA501 liquid-cooled turbocharged diesel engine. The main role of the Keeler vehicle is to clear a lane through minefields to let soldiers and vehicles pass safely. A deployable mine flail system has been fixed to the front of the vehicle, being used to clear both anti-tank and anti-personnel mines. Between 1997 and 1998, 24 vehicles of this kind were produced for the German Army. Tupolev Tu160. The Tupolev Tu160 is a supersonic variable sweep-wing heavy strategic bomber designed by the Tupolev Design Bureau in the Soviet Union in the 1970s. It is the largest and heaviest Mach 2 plus supersonic military aircraft ever built, and second to the experimental XB-70 Valkyrie in overall length. As of 2022, it is the largest and heaviest combat aircraft, the fastest bomber in use, and the largest and heaviest variable sweep-wing airplane ever flown. Entering the service in 1987, the Tu-160 was the last strategic bomber designed for the Soviet Union. As of 2016, the Russian Air Force's long-range aviation branch had 16 aircraft in service. BVS-10 Viking. The BVS-10 is a tracked, articulated, all-terrain armored vehicle produced by BAE Systems Land Systems, Hägglunds of Sweden. This vehicle, protected ATVP or Viking by the UK forces, was originally developed as a collaboration between industry Hägglunds Vehicle AB and the British Ministry of Defence MOU on behalf of the Royal Marines. The BVS-10 is similar to but distinct from Hägglunds' earlier Bandwagen 206 or BV-206S. It is a much larger and fully amphibious armored vehicle based upon the characteristic twin-cab articulated steering system typical of Hägglunds' all-terrain vehicles. The main differences from the older VV-20s are a more powerful Cummins 5.9-liter diesel engine, improved ground clearance, and newly developed chassis, powertrain, and steering units that give the vehicle considerably enhanced speed from previous 51.5 kilometers per hour on road and comfort on road and in terrain, as well as greater load carrying capability up to 5 tons, and the ability to add various modular subsystems such as add-on armor, weapon mounts, and a load changer and cargo platforms. Navy LCAC. The landing craft air cushion is a class of air cushion vehicle used as landing craft by the United States Navy Assault Craft Unit and the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, JIMSOF. They transport weapon systems, equipment, cargo, and personnel of the assault elements of the Marine Air Ground Task Force, both from ship to shore and across the beach. It is to be replaced by the Ship-to-Shore Connector, SSC. Did you enjoy this video? I'm sure you did. Please do click on the notification bell to get apprised of more exciting videos on this channel. See you next time. Bye for now.